A new Formula One controversy is exploding, and the Monaco Grand Prix may not be over yet. What seemed like a closed chapter after Pierre Gasly recovered his Monaco podium has suddenly become one of the biggest legal battles of the 2026 season. McLaren and Red Bull have now officially moved forward with appeals against the FIA's decision to remove Gasly's penalties, reopening a case that many believed had already been settled. The drama began when FIA stewards overturned two 5-second penalties that had been given to Gasly for separate pit lane speeding offences during the Monaco Grand Prix. After reviewing new evidence provided through Formula One management's timing data, officials concluded that a discrepancy in the measurement system used at Monaco's unique pit entry had incorrectly identified Gasly and 4 other drivers as speeding. At first glance, that sounded like justice. A driver had been wrongly penalised, the mistake was corrected, and Gasly regained his podium finish. But the consequences went far beyond Alpine. This is where things change. And this is where the situation becomes serious. While Gasly's penalties were erased after the race, several other drivers had already served their penalties during the Grand Prix itself. Teams had accepted the FIA's rulings, adjusted their race strategies accordingly, and paid the price on track. That is exactly why McLaren and Red Bull believe the decision creates a dangerous precedent. In their view, competitors who followed the regulations and accepted the penalties are now being placed at a disadvantage compared to a rival who later had his punishment removed. McLaren made its position crystal clear. The team confirmed it had formally submitted an appeal to the FIA International Court of Appeal regarding the revised Monaco race classification and championship standings. In its statement, McLaren said the issue is not directed at any competitor, but concerns sporting fairness, regulatory consistency, and the integrity of competition. The team argued that every competitor operated according to the same rules throughout the Monaco weekend, and that overturning penalties afterward risks undermining confidence in how the regulations are enforced. That's the real issue. This is no longer just about Pierre Gasly or a single podium finish. It is about whether teams can trust that decisions made during a race will remain final. McLaren warned that allowing penalties to be removed after competitors have already adjusted their races around them could create sporting inequality and damage confidence in Formula One's regulatory framework. Red Bull has not yet released a public statement, but reports indicate the team has also formally appealed after seeing Isaac Hadjar lose his podium position to Gasly. Hadjar had initially celebrated what would have been one of the biggest results of his career before the revised classification changed everything. This changes everything. And the story may become even bigger. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff revealed after the Spanish Grand Prix that his team also intended to challenge the decision. Mercedes has reportedly completed the required documentation, although it remains unclear whether its appeal will be considered admissible by the FIA. The governing body must now determine how far this legal battle will go. What began as a correction of a timing error has evolved into a fight over the very principles of sporting justice. If the FIA's ruling stands, it could reshape how future penalties are reviewed. If the appeals succeed, Monaco's final classification could change yet again. And until the International Court of Appeal delivers its verdict, one question remains hanging over Formula One. Was justice truly served, or has the controversy only just begun? What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.